if I'm owning an income statement, maybe for the first time, there are really two parts that I really should key in on. The first one's gross margin. Now, gross margin takes your revenue, whatever we're earning from our customers, subtracting the cost of producing our product or service. Gross margin is how much money we're making on our products and services. That's the first step, right? If we're not making any money on our products or services, do we really want to be in this business? Is it worth it? Or is there another more strategic reason why we're doing this? Is this a loss leader, for example? But we've got to understand what's happening with that top third of the P&L with gross margin. Is this business really worth it? And the other reason why gross margin is so important is because it pays for everything else. I like to get paid, you like to get paid. We like sales commissions. We like all of that other stuff that we get to do. We like to invest in culture and into employees and things of that nature. Well, we have to be gross margin positive. We have to be making money on our products and services to be able to pay for all that stuff. Which brings us to operating margin. After gross margin, we're going to subtract all of our operating expenses, our selling, general, administrative expenses. Maybe we've got some research and development. That all comes out of our gross margin. So we subtract those operating expenses, or OPEX, from our gross margin, and we get what's called operating income. Now, operating margin is the percentage of revenue left over after we subtract not just cost of production, but also all of those support costs that we just talked about. Now, why is that important? Well, again, if we're not making money on our operations, is this really worth it? We know we're going to have some taxes. If we've got debt, we're going to have to pay interest. We might also have some other non-operating stuff that we just got to take care of. So do we make money in our operations? That's what our operating margin tells us. Now, when you're looking at a P&L, I think of the P&L as the statement of knowing what the heck we're doing. And two really, really important and really good measures of knowing whether we know what the heck we're doing is gross margin. Do we make money on our products? And operating margin. Do we make money on our core operation? So the other day, my 12-year-old son asked if he could start a shoe reselling business. He wants to buy Jordans and sell them. I said, great, let's do it. Well, he obviously needs the money. So I'm thinking, hey, let's think about if this is a good business decision. He said he wants to buy Jordans for $250 and sell them for $350. That's great. You know what? If we sell Jordans for $350 and we bought them at $250, we're making $100 worth of margin, $100 worth of gross profit. We're making money on the product. That's great. However, there are other costs that we have to think about. There are packaging costs, perhaps. There are shipping costs. There are other costs that we just need to be aware of that support the selling of the Jordans. Now, if we take that $100 worth of gross margin or gross profit and subtract all of the other support costs, we get what's called operating income. Operating margin is another word for it. You can look at it from both of these, gross and operating, as a percentage of sales or in a dollar amount. And we should look at both. How much money are we making on those Jordans? And after we subtract all the support costs, how much money are we making then? So gross profit and operating profit, two key measures that we've got to understand the performance of our company.